Turkey Week.
DJ Realm Life.
Happy Turkey Week. What's going on? Think we okay? I go by the name of
DJ Realm Life.
She go by the name of.
They know my name. It's just Tiffany. They know my name. It's just Tiffany. They know my name. It's just Tiffany.
Thomas Game Podcast.
Podcast.
That's what I said, right? Thomas Game Podcast.
Yeah.
I did.
Said podcast. Like you had a little alcohol in your
That's
slur.
Nah, not yet. Nah, not yet.
Okay.
All right. Thanksgiving week.
My favorite time of year.
Right.
I love this season.
How you doing this evening, dear?
Good. All right. How are you?
Good. Been a minute. Feels like the first time every time. You know, been a while, but try to get back. Busy schedules and all that. You know, so, hey, man. You already know what to do. I ain't really got to explain to me. If you haven't already, follow us on IG. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. The Thomas Game Podcast on IG and YouTube. Also, leave comments, man. Share it with a friend. Let us know what you think, man. That's it, man. We're going to make that thing short and sweet, man. Y'all know what it is, man.
All right. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Y'all like that introduction?
Ain't got no choice.
All right.
All right, let's get it.
All right, let's get into it. So, I feel like it's so much that we have to catch up on, man. It's been a while since we did one of these, and so much has happened. Well, Jarrell and I, we just celebrated our 3-year anniversary.
You heard it.
I know a lot of you guys follow us on the Thomas Game Podcast, so you already know we did a road trip, which was so fun, so much fun. We got a lot of questions, about the road trip, saying like, what made you guys decide to do a road trip versus booking a flight? Was it more financially sufficient? But honestly, we always book a flight. We normally book a flight because it's the quickest, fastest way. I can't say that it's financially sufficient because
Spend
gas.
a whole lot of damn money.
that inflation on gas, you kind of spending a lot, but we were able to take our time and really enjoy ourselves, and we didn't have the kids. It was just us, so we really enjoyed every moment. We made a few stops, did some shopping, did a lot of eating, but yeah, so
Shout out to all the lovers out there, everybody else celebrating anniversary.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of beautiful anniversaries and weddings. A lot of people got married in November. It seems like we got a lot of November weddings.
Yeah, man. So shout out to everybody, man.
Definitely was a good love time. To see it.
Good to have a little getaway. So get away from work and kids and family, everything else. So
you enjoyed it because you did
absolutely
most of the driving. Well, you did all the driving.
That's what we do, man.
You didn't mind the driving?
No, that's what I'm supposed to do. You sit back and look pretty, man. You know what I'm saying? Be chauffeured.
Oh, okay.
You sit back.
Ladies, I guess I'll be chauffeured.
Oh, man. So, yeah. So what we doing, man? What we doing?
All right. Before we get into it, man, it's so sad that what happened to those 3 boys in Virginia. I just wanted to touch on that. Do we even know what happened or why that shooter, I think his name was Darnell Jones, he killed 3
I don't know if it's Darnell Jones. Let's get that name right because that sounds too close to the singer. So, man, we got to make sure we get his name right.
Darnell Jones Sr. Christopher Darnell Jones. Christopher Darnell Jones. I know it was part of the name. But was there any reason, like, did they ever say what a motive was? Because that was so tragic how he just shot those 3 young guys. I think it was Lavelle Davis Jr., Devin Chandler, and Deshaun Perry. So rest in peace to them.
Yeah, no further information has went out as far as why this guy did what he did, but want to give our prayers and condolences to the families, to the schools, to the teammates. Shout out to all of them, all the DMV, the Washington, all the sports teams that very showed class on this tragedy, man, over the weekend. It was a difficult time, and I believe they canceled the game that they were supposed to have. But a lot of the teams and in the conference, I think they put the team logo on the back of the helmet and all that. So
okay, so yeah, that's what's up.
They had a lot of flowers and things of that nature in front of the stadium and everything. So again, our prayers and condolences go out to those 3 players and also the ones that that got shot.
Yeah, it was 2 other injured, right? And I think we heard that story the minute we touched down back home, like once we got back. And then following that, this might have happened the week before with Shanquella Robinson. Like, what is going on? What's going on in the world, man? People, I don't know. I seen something on social media that said, if people choose to walk out of your life, let them. You never know what is stopping. You never know who's secretly hating on you. You never know who, your real friends are. Because I believe she went on vacation with some friends and they end up killing her, saying that it was alcohol poisoning, but she had a broken neck or a spinal cord. And it's just sad, man. Like, you hate someone that much that you kill them, and this is your so-called friend. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Again, to that family as well. Prayers and condolences go out to that family. Don't know the whole detail of it. Just wish they didn't post it on social media. And I hope that the people who were along with this, recording and involved in the crime get punished as well. Treated as an accessory.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people petition for that, saying that if you are recording a crime or recording somebody being, done wrong, that you should be part of the sentencing. Like, you deserve some punishment. Those are friends, but you never know who your friends are. And then talk to your children, talk to your family, talk to your friends. Do not record. If you see something, your first instinct should be to call 911. And then if those are your friends, why they didn't break it up? That's what I don't understand. People be so quick to pull out the phone just to say they got access to it first. So whatever the case is, it's crazy.
Yeah, so need to be some kind of lobby behind what social media is allowed to post and keep on their platforms. Violence, people getting killed. Things of that nature shouldn't be able to stay on there. But again, our prayers and condolences go out to them.
Absolutely.
And we wasn't here recording a couple of weeks ago. Rest in peace to Atlanta rapper Takeoff. Prayers and condolences go out to his family.
The senseless killing.
And Redman's cousin, man. Shout out to Brick City. Tane One. Grew up on you in high school, man. Rest in peace to you. He was, Redman's cousin, and then one of the most famous episodes of MTV Cribs, he was sleeping on the floor. That was Redman's cousin.
Redman was on MTV Cribs.
Shout out to Tane One.
I remember that. I remember that episode.
Sensei, Artifacts. You know what I'm saying? Jersey, stand up. So, what we doing?
All right, ladies, listen up.
Uh-oh.
I saw something on Instagram today, and I just had to talk about it with y'all because
come on,
it made a lot of sense. It made perfect sense. The post says, and you can tell me if y'all agree, babe. Tell me if you agree.
Who's the post by?
Oh, we gonna say his name?
Yeah, say his name.
Why? I don't want to get him no kind of shout out.
No, I mean it makes sense with the content, so they know. This guy does this.
Well, if you know, you know. If you've seen it, I'm sure most of our followers seen the post.
Say his name. It's okay.
It says, financially responsible women scare the shit out of me. They only give a fuck about how you make them feel and how much effort you put into things. Them expensive ass forgiveness gifts don't move them at all. If your behavior hasn't changed, they cutting you the fuck off. That was the post. The caption gets a little more in depth with it. The caption says, there's a difference between women who makes money and women who knows how to save her money. Most women who make money develop bad habits and will still put up with disrespect from a man with money so that she can continue with her bad habits for comfort and to show off. The women who actually save the money they make won't let you buy your way back in again if you still going to mistreat them or cheat on them. She can buy the gifts on her own. But usually this type of woman isn't into all that extra shit anyway. Don't get it fucked up. She loves nice things and nice gestures, but that doesn't define who she is. She is cutting you off. You're not reaching your full potential. Find you one of these.
What you think about that post?
I mean, I always say it all the time, man. If you can be bought and let someone mistreat you and walk all over you and continue to show you that they really don't care, but they know they can buy you things to get your forgiveness, like you have no real morals, no value, no dignity.
Facts.
So I mean, I have to say I have to agree with it. And I think a lot of women look at those forgiveness gifts as, well, he loved me, he's sorry. He ain't sorry. He just know he can manipulate you. That's love. That's not love. That's not love. That's what I think about that post. What you think about it?
Oh, I think it's true. I think I agree with some of that post. One thing I will say, I don't think it has anything to do if a woman is what was the first term?
Financially responsible. Meaning she can get it herself, so she's not easily manipulated with these gifts.
There's some truth to that, but you know what? I don't even think you have to be financially responsible. I feel like if she's a real woman and she loves herself and she respects herself, she's not gonna take them gifts. Like I don't think finances have so much to do with it. It's part of it. You know, two things can be true. I do believe in that, but there's women out there who they're not financially responsible, but they have respect for themselves and they don't go for the BS, and they're not gonna sell their soul. No matter what you have, I'm not gonna let you buy my soul. I'm not gonna let you mistreat me because you could buy this for me. You could buy it. And not even if he did something wrong, just because he don't have anything else, so he's gonna lead with money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of truth in that post, but again, I think it's not always being financially responsible. And I do agree with when he said they know how to save their money and not spend it. Right. You know, I believe that.
Right. Meaning money, like some people are easy manipulated with money and lavish gifts and just to show it off. You know what I mean? Or to say, well, you know, my man brought me this. Yeah, he did that. He did this, but I'm living rent free. I'm doing, you know, and it's crazy to me because it's like, you don't give a shit about how he treats you. Like, to me, that should be number one, not what he's buying you, but how he treats you. If he gives you respect, it should be love and respect and honoring the person that you're with.
Principles and morals,
you know,
man.
Principles and morals. And I think that's missing.
They got a saying, man, you know, would you rather, you know, cry in the Bentley or, you know, cry in the Honda? Something like that. So that's the mindset of some people. They rather deal with. I'd rather
cry in a Bentley. If that's what it is, crying a Bentley or crying a Honda.
Yeah.
I cry in a Bentley. Now, if you mean like crying someone else's Bentley or crying in my own Honda, I'm gonna cry in my own Honda. But if it's just the two cars, I don't see.
Basically, look, you got this Bentley over here, so you shouldn't be crying. But
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Yeah, but
that's true. But ladies, that's not love. Like, if a man loves you, for one, it shouldn't come with conditions. Love is supposed to be unconditional. So, you know, just keep that in mind the next time someone showers you with something after they done fucked up and they keep fucking up.
And not even if they mess up. If they come in leading with money, if they come in off rip leading with money, you should question that. And you shouldn't take it, whether you're financially stable or not. Like,
what you mean?
If they come into a situation where they're leading with money.
Meaning after something happened? Because most of the time guys are going to lead with money because they're the men, they're the providers. But are you talking about after something happens?
No,
or
I'm just saying in general. In general, because it didn't say with that post, it didn't say if something happened, right? It was just saying if a
they said it being mistreated, bad behaviors and stuff like that. They'll try to manipulate you by showering you with gifts.
I'll take that back then. Okay, so yeah, in that case, be careful with that. Yeah, don't be quick to take gifts back because you know he did something wrong. Because chances are, if you take it,
right,
he's gonna keep doing it again.
He's gonna keep doing it
because he know. Hey, all I gotta do is buy you this bag. All I gotta do is buy you this jewelry or car, whatever the case may be.
Right, and you're gonna accept him right back into your lives. And I don't give a damn who he is. You need to know your self-worth.
That word.
Oh, that's gonna come up later.
it's true, but yeah, that word.
Yeah, that's gonna come up later.
It's true. But leave your comments, man. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know what you think about that.
That post right there. All right, what we got?
All right, so if you guys follow us, we also posted something on our story about marriage. You know, Jarrell and I really want to focus our podcast on marriage because, again, it's like there's an attack, man. There's an attack on marriage.
Successful marriage.
A successful marriage, but there is an attack on marriages. And it seems like people are divorcing, and usually, you know, well, I can't say usually. Most of the time it's because of infidelity or abuse. But I'm starting to see is other things that contribute to that. You want to play the clip that we posted in our story today?
Yeah, it's a lot more. Financial reason.
And I'm going to tell you this. Yeah. Yep. I'm going to tell you this. I don't know who this is for, but maybe God sent me to tell you, if you are thinking about divorce, don't do it. Unless it's like we said, there's some type of, you know, infidelity or abuse, but anything outside of that, don't do it.
Let's see, about to play.
Listen to this. Let's see if anybody can relate.
Her Instagram boasts more than 11 million followers, and she describes herself as a lover of family, food, and fun.
It sounds like a lot of us. Let us welcome actress and producer Tia Mowry.
Oh, no, not that one. You're playing the wrong clip. Hold up. Backtrack.
Come on.
The one with the one we posted.
Yeah,
the one we
one?
posted about having people in your marriage,
Oh, okay.
in family and friends, all up in your marriage.
There we go. Oops.
Ladies, one thing y'all
Rewind.
need to stop doing is allowing. Ladies, one.
No, let me give these people a shout out. Let me do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This is from Lapeef Network, Lapeef and Sundays, and this gentleman name is Hink. And here we go.
One thing y'all need to stop doing is allowing everybody into your marriage. Stop allowing everybody into your marriage. Because the problem is, if you and your husband are having issues, you shouldn't be going to your mother, your cousin, your friends, and everybody shouldn't be knowing your business. Why? This is what happens. Soon you and your husband back on good terms, they still are looking at him sideways. They still got ill feelings toward him because of the way he done y'all. Ladies, one thing y'all need to stop doing is allowing everybody into your marriage. Stop allowing everybody into your marriage. Because the problem is, if you and your husband are having issues, you shouldn't be going to your mother, your cousin, your friends, and everybody shouldn't be knowing your business. Why? This is what happens. Soon you and your husband back on good terms, they still are looking at him sideways. They still got ill feelings toward him because of the way he done y'all, the way he talked to you, the way he mistreated you, or what he didn't do, or what he's supposed to do. Stop involving people in your relationship. If there's a problem, then you go to a third party. That means you need to go to see a counselor. Get some marital counseling. Let that be your place of relieving and unwinding and throw your burdens at him. That's what y'all paying him for.
Again, shout out to the brother Hank. Hold on, man. All right, dear, what you think about that?
I like that. I mean, it's something we all know all too well, but I don't know if a lot of us put that into practice. You got to keep your family, man. I don't know how many times we can say this and we can stress this. You got to keep your family, I don't care who it is, out of your marriage, out of your business. You got to put your spouse above all of them. If you cannot put your spouse above your family, your marriage ain't going to work. And that's just the bottom line. I don't give a damn if your family might be right in the situation or wrong. Your spouse should always come first, and everybody else should come second. They shouldn't even be in part of your business. Whatever you guys got going on, like he said, discuss it with God or get a third party, a counselor, right. Not family and friends.
Right, I agree. You should be able to express yourself to your spouse first and only. If you express yourself to your parents, your friends, more than your spouse, what does that say?
You married to them.
That as well, but it's saying that you can't have a honest, open conversation with your spouse.
Right.
That's what that means. So
And I wonder, why is that? Like, why do people feel like they have to reach out to someone else instead of talking to their spouse? Is it because they're not comfortable with talking to their spouse about a situation?
Could be.
Or something that happened?
Could be they don't feel safe. It may not be a safe space. And then they may feel like if I talk to my parents or my friends, a lot of them are yes men.
They're going to validate their side. Of course, that's, their family. So they're going to take their side.
They're going to say what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. So they know I got that cushion back there. Oh, my friend or my cousin or my mama going to take my side. Unless you have, which was discussed on that show, unless you have someone like my mom, when I got in trouble, I mean, it's school, but it's not a relationship. Anytime that I got in trouble with school, the first thing my mom was like, what did you do?
Right. She made you take accountability.
Yeah, what did you do?
She made you take accountability.
Right. So I don't think that happens now. Now is, all right, F that nigga. And you got the miserable friend that you have. They want you to be like them. So yeah, girl, dump him. Yeah, go in there and cut up his Jordans, all this stuff. Like, And what was said here as well, which is true, it happens sometimes. Ladies, be careful of that friend that says that, because
it ain't just the ladies. Men got those friends too. People in general.
We speaking on what the subject matter. What
the
we're saying.
marriage
Yeah,
was. It wasn't gender specific.
No, the first thing he said was ladies. You know what I'm saying? But on that one, but and the guys do it too. But what I was about to say was, a lot of times that friend that tells you to leave that nigga alone, 2 or 3 years later, she'll be with him. So just be careful about who you telling your business. You shouldn't tell your especially if you're married, you shouldn't tell your business to anybody. And I get it may be that one friend that may not be biased, you know what I'm saying? But you really should just keep everything in-house and talk to your spouse about it.
Yeah. And if you don't feel comfortable and safe talking to your spouse, I mean, when you made your commitment, if you guys are married, if you made a commitment, you made a commitment to God and your spouse. Always talk to God. If you feel like you're not getting through to your spouse, or you guys are just not at a place where you guys can even communicate or look at each other, and it's just like no one's listening or hearing each other. Therapy. Talk to God. Yeah, therapy. Talk to God. Give it to God. You know what I mean? Don't vent to family and friends. I mean, yes, some of us have that family and that friend that's going to hold you accountable. Like you said, your mom always holds you accountable. So make sure it's a trustworthy source. Make sure it's a person that you can trust, that's not going to just say you right all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to hold yourself accountable. Yeah. In any situation.
And, and this goes for both parties in this situation. You go tell your mom or tell your dad. And that person, your spouse, could have made a mistake, but they got better. Mm-hmm. But now that stain is on their name forever. And it don't matter what they do afterwards. Your family is going to still remember him by what he did probably a year, 2, 5 years ago. Yeah. So it's like, it's not even, doesn't make sense to get into detail or even have those discussions, like you just said, God need to be there first. If you don't have a relationship with God, go to a third party, go to a therapist where they're not biased at all. They just listen to your problems and they can hopefully come up with solutions. Mm-hmm. That's what you want, man. You don't air out your business on social media. Don't tell all your group chat friends, your mama, your auntie,
or your daddies and your uncles and your homeboys.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell nobody your business.
Yeah, keep it in house, man. Keep it in house, man. You listen, leave a comment on that, man. Tell us what you think on that. Again, shout out to Hank and Lapeef and them.
Yeah, and I like that, and staying on the subject of marriage and the do's and the don'ts. One of the other things we posted was we're gonna talk about self-love, marriage, and divorce. Don't do that. See, my husband being biased. Let me tell you, there's nothing wrong with self-love. There's nothing wrong with self-love. You obviously need to love yourself first, but you need to have that before you enter into any relationship or any marriage with anyone.
Preach.
Don't go looking for that after the fact.
Since I was gonna get into that later, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna follow up on that.
Well, I want to play the clip because that came from Tia. We're about to start talking about Tia and Tori Hardrick.
Oh, okay. Wait, where is she from? Just in case people don't know who she is. Sister. Okay. All right. This is the clip I played earlier by accident. Let me see if I can play it again.
It is you.
Damn, they loud.
So amazing. You got the DJ here. It's like a party in here.
Yeah, DJ.
How you doing?
I am doing well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing good.
We're so happy you're here. We just had your sister.
I know.
We love her.
And I love her too. I just talked to her I talked to her 2 days ago.
She is. So do you all feel like you're each other's kind of North Star? Does it still feel that way?
Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, she's like my best friend. I feel like she's like really my life partner when it comes to life. You know what I
And
mean?
that clip was 6 minutes long.
Yeah, I want to get to where she started to talk about.
Everybody else is
The reason
okay,
why
Here we go.
meaning our
she's
children.
telling
That it was time.
Here we go.
You're at an interesting stage or
Yes.
phase in your life, Tia, and you've spoken about this, so we're
Yes.
comfortable asking you about it. But you and your husband, like a lot of couples, decided that it was better to be lived, your life's better lived apart than together.
Yes.
How did you know that it was time?
That's a really good question.
that route.
I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. I feel like women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness, making sure that everybody else is okay, meaning our children.
Wow.
Meaning, you know, our children, our
What'd she say?
friends, our, you know, family. But at the end of the day, it's
She said, oh, this is funny. She said that women choose to focus on everyone else's happiness besides themselves.
Right. Okay. You gonna continue?
Yeah. 'cause-
Okay.
about self-love. And when you start to really work on yourself, love yourself, know your value, know your worth, and then all of a sudden there's this awakening. And it's not easy. It's a hard journey. But at the end of the day, I feel like it is so worth it. So
Yeah. Wow.
thank you.
Tia, what I think, I mean, first of all, you could hear the people saying yes, and here, people at home are sitting thinking, I feel this.
Yeah.
Because marriage is hard,
It is. It takes a lot of work.
And it also takes a lot of guts to know when you need to change something.
Yes, it really does.
It takes a lot of courage to say, this isn't working.
Yeah.
Was there a moment where you knew, I have to do something different?
Yes, I feel like when I started to, again, like I said, focus on myself, but there was this sadness. And I knew that.
All right, we good. We good on that. 'Cause
Yeah, I think we got the gist of it now. Before
Yeah.
we start to discuss it, you want to hop on live?
yeah.
Because I also posted a question about some of the stuff she was saying from that clip. So I want to see what the people on IG think about it.
Yeah, because I got some stuff to say on that. Let me talk to my New York brethren right here.
Come on.
Yeah.
You're so biased. Listen, those are not my feelings. Those are Jarrell's feelings.
Oh yeah, it's
not my
mine.
feelings.
It's mine.
But I'm gonna speak from a woman's, because I'm a woman. Tia's a woman, so I can kind of relate to what she's saying. Even if I don't agree with it, I can understand it, and I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak from a human being. So let's see, how do you do this here? And do this in solo. All right, we are on IG Live. Let's see if we can get some people on here.
But while we waiting for the people, I'm gonna try to remember bits and pieces of what she was saying, because that was a lot. That video was actually 6 minutes long, you guys. So bear with me. Tia. She was basically doing an interview saying why she decided to divorce her husband of 14 years, Corey Hardrick. One of the main things she kept pointing out, and I'm going to try to, read it verbatim. She says it's about self-love. When you start to really work on yourself, love yourself, know your value, know your worth, then all of a sudden there is this awakening. And it's not easy. It's a hard journey, but at the end of the day, I feel like it is so worth it. She also went on to say in the video, I don't think we got this far in the video, but she also added that she had 2 deaths in her family, plus being in therapy helped her realize that her happiness should become a central focus of her life. Now, I'm going to go back to the part where she said that, as women, we kind of do focus on the family, right? Like that's kind of our role, is to make sure the family's good, make sure your husband's good, the kids are good, right? I mean, even when we think of our mothers, when we go back to when we were children, who do you know make sure you was straight in your house as far as your well-being and nurturing you? Is your mother, right? And ladies, this is why I think, things can kind of shift. If you put so much focus on just that, of course you're not going to leave any room for self-love and doing what you want to do. But I don't agree with her saying that's the reason for a divorce. To me, I think it's bullshit. I don't think that's the real reason.
We agree on that.
But I do applaud her for trying to keep it positive and not bash him and trash him if something did happen between the two of them, or something that he did do, or whatever their differences were. I applaud her for keeping that positive light on the divorce, especially because they have 2 small children. But again, you got to have self-love before you enter a marriage. I mean, to me, that's just crazy to say I'm going to check out as a wife because I'm tired of caring for my family. Like, you can't just check out as a mother. You can't just check out as, you just can't do that. And that's why I say it's bullshit. I don't think it's about self-love. I think she's just saying that to, not focus on what the real issue is. And it could be maybe she did focus so much and gave so much of herself to everybody else that she forgot who she was. And you got to be careful with that, because if not, you're going to end up in the same position as Tia. You got to find things that you love. You should love wanting to take care of your kids. Because I kept hearing her say, she's doing all this, but she also mentioned that she's had traumatic changes in her life. Like death. Death changes people. But I'm not buying the whole self-love thing is the reason why they divorce.
All right. Hold on. I'm read some of that. That was dope. Let me say what's up to people on live. What's up, Arteria, Huff? Everybody on live, do me a favor, man. Hit that. You know what I'm saying? If you got respect for we, man, go ahead and hit that like button for free. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Hit that like button for free. Arteria, that couldn't have been the real reason. I agree with you. It's probably one reason, but it wasn't the real reason.
Right.
The main reason.
Right. Exactly.
I'll let you know what I'm saying, put gas in the plane. Let me land this plane right quick. You said it. I agree with you. What you said. It's BS. It's total BS. She said a whole lot of nothing. I commend her by not, like you said, putting a business out there, trashing them. But she said a whole lot of YouTube, IG, social media talking points. Self-love, know your worth. All this stuff is just, like I said, YouTube talking points. And I agree. You have to love yourself before you get into any relationship. Mm-hmm. Nobody can make you happy. They could put the cherry on top. They can make you happier.
Add to it. Yep.
They can't make you. No one can make you happy. So if you're
not happy with yourself,
right? So if you're going into a marriage expecting somebody that always make you happy, you're wrong already. So that's one thing. Then she said, besides that self-worth BS and know your worth and all that, I have a problem with the whole crowd. The whole crowd clapped and celebrated her, saying that she ended the marriage. And this is the problem. You're you putting yourself first over your family. Your self-love, your unhappiness damaged a marriage. And they clapped and celebrated that. I have a problem with that. I think she's doing this for material gain, if you ask me. She's talking about the marriage not working. Now she's on TV more. Now she's on talk shows. Now she's doing this. Some books probably going to come out. She said her marriage is successful. No, it's not.
Shut up!
Your marriage is not successful. You ended the marriage. How is a marriage successful? We're saying the marriage is successful after divorce? What about the vows? So it's a lot of celebrating on that show. The stuff she was saying, again, was a whole bunch of nothing. I don't care who you are. How can you expect somebody to love you if you don't love yourself? How? It's just bad. And this is damaging marriages, this kind of talk. It's damaging marriages because you give people the idea of, you know what, if I'm not happy, if I don't have self-love, I'm going to wreck the whole damn plane with it. And it's just the wrong thing. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. But you know what? I honestly don't even think it was about that. Like I said, I think she came up with a reason to take the negativity off of the word divorce. Like, if you come to a decision that you want a divorce after 14 years, my guess is it has nothing to do with your self-love. You know, even though that's what she said, and like I said, I applaud her because she could have went another route and bashed him, say he wasn't shit, he didn't do this, he didn't show up for her. She made it about her and not him. So I do applaud her, but I don't agree. Like I said, I don't agree with, you're saying that you got to put yourself first, and especially when you have a family. Like the Bible even tells us, when you're raising children are a temporary assignment. But I hear a lot of people with small children always say that they don't have time for themselves. They don't have time to do things because when they get home, they got to cook, they got to clean. You know what I mean? They want to be there to support their husbands. They want to be there to support their children. And it's like they're giving themselves to everyone except for them. That's what I took from that. I feel like she lost herself somewhere in being a mother and a wife. And to me, it's sad when it gets to that point, because if you marry someone, hopefully you have a spouse that's understanding that, you know what, he can recognize when you're tired, when you be like, you know what, baby, let me put the kids to bed tonight. Let me do this. Let me do homework. Let me look after you. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that didn't happen, but it just sounds like that's what it was, because she kept saying she was doing everything, taking care of everybody. And it sounds like everybody could have been even out, not just in her household, but outside of her household. And that could be a strain on one person. So she just wants to focus on herself. But to me, it's like, how can you just check out and say, well, I don't want to be a wife, I don't want to be a mother, if that was the real reason? Sweet
Pea, we're talking about Tia getting on the talk show, basically saying she needs self-love and self-worth, and that's why she ended her successful marriage. Another thing I had an issue with, when she said marriage is hard. You damn right. It is. Everything is hard in life.
But you got to remember, she got 14 years. Right. She got 14 years. We got 3 years.
Right, hold on, let me finish. Everything in life that you want to work is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. People need to realize, I don't care what it is in life, things are going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everybody can do it. I don't care what it is. If you expect anything to be successful in life, school, your career, your marriage, parenthood, is going to be hard.
Right. I think she was just stating that. I don't think that was really a issue. I think she was just stating that we all know that marriage is hard, but it could be whatever you make it, But I do like that she said that she had a successful marriage. I like that she had that, but it's something missing. It's something missing. We don't know what it is, but there's a big piece.
Sweet Pea says, was it successful though? Did she say that?
Right.
No. If you divorce, your marriage is not successful. She did say it, but if you divorce, your marriage is not successful. How is it successful? Like, that's crazy.
Right, when it ended.
Yeah, like that's not the move. That's not the move. If again, we said it earlier, like if it's any kind of abuse, even infidelity, if you know what you can take, what you can't take. If you tried everything, to save your marriage, you know what I mean? Of course.
Wait, Sweet Pea, why? She says, okay, Sweet Pea says, I think he cheated, and I think he probably on the DL. Damn, why you gotta be on the DL too?
Why you gotta do that to us?
But here's the thing, and that can be, that could be the case, but that's part of that piece, that puzzle that's missing from all of this, because I'm sorry, you don't divorce someone over 14 years because
we're not gonna put that out there. That's not out there, so we're not gonna put that out there.
But she's talking about period. She covering up for him. That's exactly what I think she's doing. She covering up for something, but we won't never know what it is. That's why I say, you got to be a real mature person to not focus on what really happened and to be able to hold your head up high. Because if you're going to divorce, and I'm not at all advocating for divorce at all, But if you are, it's refreshing to see someone speak positively on it, meaning they can both agree to go their separate ways and still raise their children and co-parent and get along with each other and still like each other. Like, you don't really hear that too often.
That self-love should be selfish. This is selfish. This is selfish act. It's not about her family.
She put, mark
it's
my
not
words,
about,
Jay.
yeah, it's not about her family. It's not about him. It's about her to get attention towards her. This is selfish. Plain and simple.
So then I posted a poll on our story today. And it basically just says, do y'all agree or disagree with Tia? The three answers were: do you agree she should leave and focus on herself? Do you disagree? Should she work it out with her husband? Or don't believe she's divorcing him due to lack of self-love? 60% says they disagree. She should work it out with her husband. And the other 40% said they don't believe she's divorcing him due to lack of self-love. And, you know, I got to agree with the 40%. I don't think it's about the self-love. I think that's a cover-up, like he said, Sweet Pea. There's a lot more to that puzzle that she's not giving us, and we don't need to know about it. I mean, that's their business.
Yeah, I mean, she shouldn't speak on it at all. Let me see. Alteria says she should have just went on the show and said, I can never say this. Irreconcilable differences.
Irreconcilable. Right. When they filed for
like
divorce, it was irreconcilable differences.
Yeah, that's when you get a divorce. It's not how it used to be back in the day. It would you can say why you getting a divorce, but now you could just put that on there and that'd be fine. How about not saying anything at all? Because again, who is this helping?
It might help somebody because it's so many people that's in that same situation. Like I've seen a lot of people comment on her page, and one of the comments was something that I learned that saved my marriage is don't put your marriage or spouse in place of God. Like they were commenting on her story. You don't put your spouse above God. Your happiness should not be determined by your spouse or their actions. And going back to what she was saying, you shouldn't idol anybody or love anybody more than God. When you do that, you are setting yourself up for failure. I don't care if it is your spouse. Somebody else put, I am also divorced. This resonated so much. I love how she pulled positivity out of the situation. Sometimes things just don't work out, and that's okay. So yeah, that's all I was saying about it. Regardless of what she was trying to make it seem, you know, I just, you know, applaud her for not bashing him. So y'all let us know what y'all think. I got a few stuff in the comments when I posted that they were saying that she's definitely covering up for him. Something else happened, but she got two kids with this man. So at the end of the day, even though they're divorcing, they still got to deal with each other. They still got to co-parent.
Even the sister says she hasn't been this happy in a long time. He did something. You know, that's
they could have just grew apart.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
people grow apart.
We could always assume the guy does something, but they could have grew apart. Maybe he didn't do nothing. Maybe they both wasn't happy. But you're not gonna hear him get on TV and say that he needs self-love and this and that and the third. So maybe they both grew apart. You know, like we go to the extremes and think, oh, he gay, he cheated, he beat her up. You know, like, y'all got to get up them Tyler Perry movies, man. Things happen sometimes, man. And sometimes the best way to have some sanity is to move on. But I just don't think it should be celebrated.
Yeah,
I know, Sweet Pea. I know.
I agree, but you know, you never know who you can help. You never know who we can help. Like somebody could be in a situation right now and don't know what to do. This may, you know, you gotta listen to podcasts and watch movies and read books and pray, and you never know where God might send your confirmation.
Everybody who's going through something, I want you to listen to this right quick. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife just said, but I'm gonna say it in a different way, like real bluntly. You know, put God first. Stay off social media and get on somebody's damn couch. Keep it to yourself. Everybody ain't gotta know. Get on somebody's couch. It's always room. You heard it here first. All right, anything before we get up out of here?
No, we can close it out actually on social media. But I would like to know what y'all got going on for Thanksgiving. Who's cooking? Who's not cooking? Where y'all going? What y'all doing? Like I said, this is my favorite time of the year. I think I like Thanksgiving over Christmas, actually.
All right, thank y'all for joining us, man. We about to be out, man. Again, before you leave, hit that like button and also check us out when this episode is fully on YouTube and check us out. Appreciate you coming out tonight.